Jets select Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is a New York Jet!
Swaggy Sauce Gardner.
I love Sauce. I love his tape. I love his press technique. I love his confidence. He has everything you want to see in the position. And I think Robert Saleh in this scheme is perfect. It's a hand-in-glove fit for him, man.
Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets have just got two big-time playmakers!
I believe that Garrett Wilson is going to be the most impactful rookie receiver in this class. And I think we see Zach Wilson play like he did the last 6 games of the year, times 10, and have a phenomenal second season.
Wow, you think? Yeah! Yeah! Let's Jermaine Johnson!
Breece Hall, running back, Iowa State.
Breece Hall, oh my God, they got him! They went offense. They went with the best running back in the draft. Jeremy Rucker, oh my God! The Long Island native is a New York Jet!
J-E-T-S, Jet.
Let's go! Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? You know the vibes. It's your boy Richie with another Jets Media live stream. And today we're going to be giving you guys the preview of the New York Jets versus the Cleveland Browns Week 2 matchup that the New York Jets are going to come away victorious. Yes, I said that. I said that the New York Jets are going to win this game, and I'm going to tell you exactly how they're going to do that in this stream. Now, if you guys been familiar with myself, familiar with my channel, familiar with my takes, I'm very realistic when it comes to my Jets. I wasn't that confident going into last week. We lost. Pretty confident going into this week. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Now, do I think this is going to be one of those games that we go out there and it's going to be an easy W? Absolutely not. There's going to be a lot of things that the New York Jets need to do in order to get this victory over the pesky, talented Cleveland Browns team. But I'm excited to break it all down in this stream. If you guys are just tuning in live, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well so we can get as many Jets fans in here to talk about the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns matchup. I'm super excited for the future of this channel. We got a lot of fun things coming your way. If you guys are getting a little taste of what the structure's looking like here on Jets Media for this 2022 season, we got a live show for 2 hours every Monday from 12 to 2. On Tuesday is the live stream where we break down the stock up and stock down. Who are some players that are looking good? Who are some players that are trending down in the market? On Wednesdays, we're going to be doing a full 2-hour film breakdown on all 22 NFL Plus, which we did yesterday. And of course, today, every Thursday, will be the flight preview segment. So I'm trying to get very structured and trying to give you guys a lot of good opportunities to give you what is necessary to get excited about our New York Jets. Now, there's not that much to be excited about because of last week, right? The Jets went out there. They looked terrible. They just simply did not get the job done. The offense was absolutely just – I can't even explain how bad the offense was. And we're going to break it all down because what this offense showed us is without an offensive line, there's simply nothing you can do. And that was the biggest concern for this Jets team. And I feel like Jets fans have a good understanding of what to expect this week when it comes to this New York Jets football team. And I want to get your guys' thoughts in the chat, whether you're watching this live or you watch this on replay. What is your expectations heading into this game against the Cleveland Browns? Do you have any optimism that the Jets are going to come away with a victory? Or are you completely pessimistic saying this Jets team is going nowhere? Joe Flacco is terrible. We're not going to be able to do anything against this Cleveland Browns team. I would love to hear what you guys have to say because I really think it's interesting to hear all the different inputs on this Jets fan base because we got fans that think that this is going to be, you know, a really big statement for this Jets team and other fans that think it's going to be another one of those disappointing nightmares. So love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments section. Of course, I did not update the description, so I'm just doing that real quick. Jets, Browns, Jets, New York Jets. All right, let's get into the chat. Let's see what the chat has to say. Let's see what the chat's got to say. We got 50 people tuning in already. What's good? What's good? Love the breakdowns, man. Thank you, Ness. Appreciate you. King Joe wants Mike White at quarterback. Hi, Richie. Hope all's well. Browns game is a must-win. If Flacco is still awful after the first half, Mike White needs to be given a shot. I agree, man. I'm all about that Mike White. We ain't winning shit until Obi-Wan Zach Obi come back because he's our only hope. Hey, man, any Star Wars references, sign me up. I love this reference, Hawk. Richie put in that work. My guy Hennessy, I appreciate you, brother. Offensive special teams laid an egg. John, you are correct. Y'all hit that like button before Richie gets into it, man. Appreciate you, Ness, as always. There's something you can do with no offensive line. Put in a mobile quarterback, a.k.a. Shreveler. Quinton Williams about to eat. I sure hope so. He ate in week 1, baby. We've been playing musical chairs with the offensive line. It's going to take some time to have chemistry. I agree. Flacco moves like he's stuck in quicksand. Couldn't agree more there. I'm optimistic about it. That offensive will click at points, just can't stall in the red zone, and they need to get the first downs, man. That's really what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to as well. So let's get straight into the preview segment, guys. We're going to start off with the Jets' keys to victory. Keys to win. Here are my keys to victory for the New York Jets against the Cleveland Browns. First and foremost, establish a run game. This is the staple. This should be the staple of this New York Jets franchise this season. We had the run game working for us last week, but we abandoned it because we were playing from behind. Michael Carter averaged 6 yards per carry on only 10 attempts. Breece Hall didn't have the greatest rookie debut, but he definitely flashed. You got to feed those two running backs and establish a run game, and do not put the ball in Joe Flacco's hands 59 times. That's disgusting. That shouldn't be a thing. That should never happen again. Run the ball down the throat. Now, a big problem heading into this game. The Cleveland Browns defense absolutely shut down one of the best running backs in the NFL in Christian McCaffrey. So it's not going to be easy for this Jets offense to run the ball, even though they had success against the Baltimore Ravens defense, who we thought was going to be a problem against the run, but the Ravens defense actually ended up being a problem getting to the quarterback rather than stopping the run game. Where the Cleveland Browns, they're a team that can get to the quarterback with Myles Garrett. They can stop the run with Jadeveon Clowney and their defensive line and their front seven. So the Cleveland Browns defense, they're pretty good. Denzel Ward back there at the secondary is going to be, a tough matchup for Elijah Moore and Corey Davis and Garrett Wilson and all that. So if you do not establish a run game and we have to rely on Joe Flacco to do something, we're screwed. We saw what happens when we rely on Joe Flacco. Now, number 2, Flacco needs to get rid of the ball quickly, because if he holds on to the ball too long, guess what? He'll be sacked. Unfortunately, this offensive line needs some time to gel. The players that really struggled on that offensive line the most was Laken Tomlinson and George Fant. That's Myles Garrett's side. So Myles Garrett is licking his chops at the opportunity to get to his statue of a quarterback to pad his stats. Because Joe Flacco cannot do anything if there's pressure. Luckily, Zach Wilson has athleticism and mobility where if there is some type of pressure, we have confidence that Zach Wilson sometimes to escape the pocket. Where Joe Flacco, he's not escaping the pocket. He's not making anything happen with his legs. So Flacco needs to get the ball out of his hands very fast. Ball snap, 1-2 drop back, ball's out. And that's up to the receivers to get open as well. Find the soft spot in the zone. Win your one-on-one matchups if it's man. The playmakers have to do their job for Joe Flacco as well. Catching the football and getting open. It's a collective effort. Now, pass protection is probably going to be the biggest key to the victory. Because I strongly believe, as bad as Joe Flacco was, I still have confidence in Joe Flacco if you give him a clean pocket consistently. Now, I don't know if that's possible against Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns. But if you look at the next-gen stats against the Ravens, when the Jets actually gave Joe Flacco time in the pocket and they gave the offense an opportunity for the routes to develop down the field, Joe Flacco was good. He was efficient. He had good stats. When Joe Flacco struggled was when there was pressure. So if we could protect Joe Flacco, we give him some time to allow the receivers to get open down the field, you allow Joe Flacco a chance to scan the field and make the right throws, then we have a chance of Joe Flacco having a decent day. The thing that I saw from Joe Flacco wasn't a lack of arm talent. It wasn't a lack of accuracy. It wasn't a lack of ball placement that was hurting Joe Flacco. What Joe Flacco struggled with was when there's pressure. Can't do anything. Can't scan the field when there's pressure. He gets off his reads. So if we could protect for Joe Flacco and give him at least 3 to 4 seconds minimum on pass attempts, I like our chances. I like Garrett Wilson's odds to get open. I like Elijah Moore. I like Corey Davis and Braxton Berrios. So that's really the biggest key. And the final key of the offense is definitely going to be feeding Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. Both of these guys need the ball consistently. Now, Mike LaFleur spoke to the media today. He said that they really relied heavily on the 13 personnel early with the 3 tight ends, which held Garrett Wilson's back. Also, the trajectory of the game just didn't allow Garrett Wilson to get on the field. That's no excuse. I don't care. We need Garrett Wilson on the field. We need him on the field. And VR, you're 100% right. I did watch the film yesterday. Flacco was missing open wide receivers with time in the pocket. You're right. But I do think that was also because of the offense. That was more at the end of the game. Whereas Joe Flacco got used to this offensive line sucking. So when he felt an ounce of pressure, he would just check it down. He would just get the check down syndrome and not looking at the field because he missed Garrett Wilson wide open over the middle. So I think if you give Joe Flacco a consistent clean pocket, he can at least throw the ball down the field. At least I'm being hopeful, right? I'm being hopeful there. So feeding Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson should be a priority for this Jets offense. We have 2 legit playmakers at that position. There's no excuse to not give him the football. There really isn't. Joe Flacco needs to throw the ball to Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. Mike LaFleur needs to call plays for both of these guys, whether it's taking shots down the field. The Cleveland Browns gave up a home run ball to Robbie Anderson, 80-yard touchdown. Guess what? I think Elijah Moore can do that. I think Garrett Wilson can do that as well. It's up to the Jets offensive line to give Joe Flacco time in the pocket to allow that route to develop, and it's up to the receivers to get open down the field, and I think that we can take some shots down the field this game. Stretch the field and give the ball to our 2 best playmakers at that wide receiver position in Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's way too talented to just get 8 targets. Elijah Moore's way too talented to just get 7 targets. 10 targets each, minimum. That's what we have to see from this Jets offense, and it's up to the execution. It's up to the coaching staff to make sure that that's a thing. Next key to victory is stopping the run. Now this is going to be probably the most important piece of this defense. If you look at what the Cleveland Browns running attack did in week number 1, Nick Chubb, 22 carries for 141 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per carry. Kareem Hunt had 11 carries for 46 yards, averaging 4.2 yards per carry, and a touchdown plus 4 receptions. So this is going to be the X factor for the game. Now you want to talk about the Jets' injuries. Jordan Whitehead could be questionable and out for this game. I don't know who practiced today yet because that report didn't come out, but John Franklin Myers did not practice yesterday with a toe. Now, that's an issue for this defense because John Franklin Myers is a huge reason for the run defense success against the Ravens. Jordan Whitehead was a big reason why the Jets defense was successful against the run. Now, Jordan Whitehead had a bad day in coverage, 100%. But Whitehead was a beast in defending the run. So without our hard-hitting safety and without one of our better defensive linemen, it's going to be even tougher to stop the ground-and-pound, 2-headed monster of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. These 2 guys are pretty good. I think we all understand how good Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are. And you know who's even better? The Browns' offensive line. So it's going to be a big test for this Jets front 7. We have 3 linebackers that I'm very confident in to help this running attack. We have a rotation of D linemen: Quinnen Williams, Michael Clemens, Sheldon Rankins, Shepard, all those guys, Carl Lawson, that I think can step up. But the big issue here is without John Franklin Myers, without Jordan Whitehead, who's going to be that next man up? Will Parks, Ashton Davis, Michael Clemens, I think, can fill in the role for JFM. I feel like he's the perfect replacement for JFM in terms of lining up on the inside and the outside. So that's going to be the key to the defense, because you got to force Jacoby Brissett to throw the ball. I'm not afraid of Brissett. Stack the box, force Brissett to throw the football. Because what did our defense show last week? That we have a legit secondary now. DJ Reed, 6 targets, 0 receptions allowed, and an interception. Sauce Gardner, 1 reception allowed for 8 yards, and that phenomenal play on the ball against Mark Andrews, one of the better tight ends in the football. So the Jets have a legit secondary. I think our secondary can hold up against Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Force Brissett to throw the football. Stop the run and allow Brissett to try to throw the ball. Now, another thing our defense needs to do that we did not do that well in week number 1. The defense wasn't perfect. Forced turnovers. We had 1 turnover, which was that DJ Reed interception. We had a turnover that we could have had, but we could not fall on the football. When DJ Reed forced that fumble on Mike Davis, that was a big play. The Jets cannot get the fumble recovery. The next play, the Ravens get that 55-yard touchdown. That was the game right there. That was the game. They slipped away. They had a chance. It was 17-3. If the Jets recovered that football in the third quarter, we would have been in really good field position in Ravens territory. If the Jets went down the field and scored a touchdown, all of a sudden 17-10. And based on how the defense was playing, I like our chances in the fourth quarter. So this defense needs to force turnovers. Want to know why? Because the defense can win us football games. The defense could be the reason why we win the game, and that's why I think the Jets have a chance to win this game. Because I'm not expecting Joe Flacco to be the reason why we get successful this week. The way we win this football game is by stopping the run, causing havoc on defense, forcing turnovers, and flipping the field on defense. Give the offense more opportunities. Give the offense good field position by creating turnovers. The defense could be a reason why we win this game. Can Sauce Gardner get an interception? Can one of the linebackers get an interception? Can somebody force a fumble? Can somebody get a strip sack? This is the time, the defense to show up. The defense was very good against the Ravens. Weren't perfect. Gave up a bunch of explosive plays later in the game that kind of hurt us. All 3 touchdowns that we gave up to Lamar Jackson was for 20-plus yards. So the deep ball, got to fix that. One of them was on Bryce Hall. One of them was on Jordan Whitehead. The other was a miscommunication between the 2 safeties in Whitehead and Joyner. That can't happen. So I really feel like the defense can win us this football game if we allow it to happen by stopping the run first, forcing Brissett to throw the football down the field, and obviously getting consistent pass rush. He had 2 sacks against the Ravens. One of them technically wasn't even a sack because Lamar just ran out of bounds, but that was a good play. So 2 sacks. I need more than 2 sacks this week. Way more than 2 sacks. I know that the Cleveland Browns have a very stout offensive line. It's going to be a big test for our pass rush, but this is a big-time opportunity for our Jets defense to show up and show the rest of the league that we're here. This is a different team. This is not the same old Jets. I know that a lot of people around the league are like, oh, here we go, same old Jets. But guess what? We don't know what this team is yet because Zach Wilson's not out there. So do not listen to those haysayers. That's why I love what Robert Saleh said. I genuinely do. And I know some of you guys hated what Robert Saleh said, and I respect your opinion. But what Robert Saleh said, because if you listen to what the questions are asking him, saying this is the same old Jets, everyone's saying they suck, everyone's this and that, Robert Saleh is defending his players. He's sparking energy in his team. Because when you have a head coach that is defending this squad, pumping confidence within the organization. When you have a head coach that's defending them and genuinely has a belief in that team turning the corner, that energy gravitates. That's when the players talk to each other like, dude, like our coach believes in us. Like our coach thinks that we got something special here. And they genuinely think they do. That's how you have to turn it around. So now the negative to that receipts comment is it's going to bite him in the ass very quickly if the Jets do not turn it around. Pretty quick, like now. Because you said it this week, now they have to show up. If they lay an egg on Sunday and the Jets get blown out, that's where it becomes a problem. And that's why I think a lot of Jets fans are upset with what Saleh had to say, because they don't have confidence in this Jets team to do anything at the moment. But I will say this. It's a unfortunate reality, guys, but we do not know what this New York Jets football team is until Zach Wilson gets on the field. Because Joe Flacco is not the future of this team. We all understand that. This Jets football team, we don't know what it's going to look like until Zach Wilson is under center and being our quarterback. Because when he's playing football, then that's where we can assess where we're at. What's the offense looking like? Is it still struggling? Is the offensive line connecting? Is Zach Wilson making plays? We'll see. The Jets defense is ranked in the top of the league through the first week. Jets pass attempt was like 10-2, top 10-2, but that's because of 59 pass attempts, so that's kind of skewed. But this Jets team has got to step up. Another key to victory, man, the special teams got to wake the hell up. I mean, that should be the easiest phase of the football, especially with Brant Boyer, who is an excellent special teams coordinator. Now, I don't know if that's on him, but Braden Mann, if you're playing, you got to not be able to shank the punts. We got to be able to flip the field on special teams. You got to win the field position battle. Greg Zuerlein, you got to hit your kicks, bro. If you miss a 50-yarder, okay, I get it. But if it's 40 yards or less, that needs to happen, and that needs to be in. That needs to be 3 points. Especially when you get a touchdown, you need to hit that point after. That's no excuse, bro. No excuse. There's no excuse there. So the next segment is the Jets X Factors. Who are the players that needs to step up in order to have a big-time factor of the New York Jets winning in Cleveland? But before we get into the next segment, which is the X Factors, we're going to hear a word from the sponsor of this stream, and that being Prize Picks. We're going to go in there together and try to make a parlay with the New York Jets. Remember, guys, if you use my code JETSMedia in the link down below in the description, they match 100% of your deposit up to $100 using my code JETSMedia. So you download the app, you put JETSMedia in there, you put $50 down, they give you $50 free. You put $25 down, they give you $25 free. And the best thing about this app, in my opinion, is even if one of your legs in the parlay misses, you still win double your money. So I want you guys in the chat to help me out here. Wow, Joe Flacco's passing yards is low. Okay. So we're going to... Oh, no, this is the first half. That's why. Okay. We're not going to do the first half. We're going to do the full game. I was like, what's going on here? All right, so Joe Flacco passing yards, Michael Carter rushing yards, Elijah Moore receiving yards, and Corey Davis receiving yards, and then Jets sack total. So I want everybody in the chat to help me out here. Joe Flacco, more or less, 229.5 passing yards. What do we think? He had 307 passing yards last week. Is Joe Flacco going over that? More or less? I hope it's less, because that means that we're running the football. I mean, obviously, I'm not complaining if he gets over this, but I want to see this offense take off. So Joe Flacco showed that he can sling the rock around. I just hope that all these yards do not happen in garbage time again. That's all I'm going to say. Feel me on that, guys? So I'm going to take the more on that. Michael Carter, 42.5 rushing yards. He had 60 rushing yards in week number 1. Do you think that he's going to be able to do that again? Remember, the Cleveland Browns defense absolutely shut down Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, I think, had 30 yards. So, and we also have Breece Hall. So, is Carter going to get over this? Honestly, guys, I might take the less on Carter and think that he's going to eat in the receiving game in this one. Seems like everyone's taking the more. Remember, this is for money. This isn't for us hoping that this happens. Honestly, thinking about the matchup against the Browns, I can see Carter getting less than this and kind of Hall breaking free on some rushing yards, beating Carter out in the rushing yards, but Carter eating in the passing game. So I'm going to take less on Carter's rushing yards. Elijah Moore, 47.5 receiving yards. I'm taking the more on that. I think this is the game where Elijah Moore steps up. I think this is the game where Joe Flacco feeds Elijah Moore the ball. He's going to have a big test against a really good cornerback in Denzel Ward. But I think Elijah Moore is going to get more. I think Joe Flacco is going to be slinging the rock around. Corey Davis, 42.5 receiving yards. What do you guys think here? Corey Davis led the Jets in receiving yards with 77. 77 receiving yards. He looked like Joe Flacco's favorite target in week number 1. I think it's going to be more. Now, this is the biggest question of it all. More or less 2.5 sacks for the Jets defense. We had 2 sacks in week 1. Are we going to be able to get 3? We better get 3. How about that? Jets defense, more or less in 2.5 sacks. Now the Browns have a very good offensive line. They have a quarterback that can get rid of the ball quick. But I think that the Jets can get 3 sacks. Jack Wilson in the chat is spamming less. Anybody else have a take in the chat? More or less. I like where Jeremy's head's at. Quinn sack, Martin sack, Lawson sack. We're taking the more, baby. So this is what we're doing. Flacco, more on 230 yards. Carter, less on 42.5 rushing yards. Elijah Moore, more than 47.5 receiving yards. More on 42.5. Corey Davis, more than 2.5 sacks. So you put, just so you guys get an understanding of how this works, you put $20 down, you win $200. You put $25 down, you win $250. You put $50 down, you win $500. You put $100 down, you win $1,000. And the best part about Prize Picks that I love personally is say all of these hits, but we should have picked the more on Carter. And say Carter gets more than 42.5 rushing yards, and you did this exact parlay, you still win double your money. Because if 4 correct pays, they give you twice your money. So you still win $200 if you put $100 down. If 2 of them doesn't hit, you still win some of your money back. That's why I love Prize Picks, because they give you a really good opportunity to win your money, whereas other sports books, how many times have you guys placed the same game parlay and all of them hit but 1 and you get screwed? So Garrett Wilson's not on Prize Picks right now, unfortunately, so we can't figure that out. But yeah, this is something I'd consider. And again, guys, if you want to use my code JetsMedia, click the link down below in the description, all capitals Jets Media, and you guys will get up to $100 of your deposit matched. So you deposit $100, they give you $100 free, but you don't have to put $100 down to do that. You can deposit $20 and they'll give you $20 for free. You deposit $50, they give you $50 for free. So shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's live stream. We greatly appreciate that. Now, let's get into the next segment on the channel. And also, guys, if you do sign up with my code, let me know in the chat so I give you a shout out. So now we're going to get into the Jets X Factors. We talked about the keys to victories. We already talked about that. Let's get into the X Factors. So this is the X Factors that I got in this contest. You guys know about it. How we feeling about it? So we're going to start off with Joe Flacco. Quarterback's an X factor every week. Oh, the quarterback is a factor every single week. So Joe Flacco's got to be able to do something this week. He needs to be able to be efficient with the ball, limit turnovers. He didn't turn the ball over that much. He only had 1 interception, which was a bad throw over the middle, but Cager did slip. Can Joe Flacco scan the field and not miss open people? Because can he not get the running back check down frenzy that he did in week number 1? You guys saw what I put on Twitter. There was a play that Joe Flacco missed Corey Davis He missed Garrett Wilson wide open for a touchdown over the middle. he felt an ounce of pressure, and instead of waiting a second and shuffling his feet to the right and firing it over the middle for a touchdown to Garrett Wilson, he checked it down to Breece Hall for like 1 yard. So Joe Flacco's obviously the biggest X factor in the game. He's the quarterback. George Fant. Now, this guy could be one of the most important pieces of this offense this week because he has a big assignment with a guy named Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett had 2 sacks against Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers. Can George Fant contain Myles Garrett? I don't know. He was pretty sensational last year, George Fant at left tackle. Wasn't that good in week number 1, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He was in at right tackle throughout the past couple of weeks in practice, so he's shuffling a little bit, and now he's learning that position all over again. So if George Fant can give Joe Flacco time in the pocket, that's only going to help Joe Flacco out big time. Laken Tomlinson also got to step up because Laken Tomlinson was a bum. Absolute trash Laken Tomlinson was in week 1. Now, I don't think that's going to continue, but I'm just speaking how I saw the film. Film doesn't lie, and I hate speaking bad on Jets players, but if you go out there and you look at the film and you see someone playing that type of way, you got to call it as it is. Tomlinson was garbage, and that cannot happen. 8 pressures allowed. No. Come on, Tomlinson. You're better than that. You're a Pro Bowler. Carter and Hall. Both of them. Can't pick one over the other because they split carries. They need to get their... They're going up against one of the better running defenses according to week number 1. The Browns' running attack absolutely stomped on Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is one of the best running backs in the NFL. Now, I think our offensive line, the run game, is better than the Panthers' run game offensive line. Because that is the yin and yang with this O-line. The offensive line did their job in the running attack. They really did. AVT was a monster in the run game. Even Tomlinson did his thing. Max Mitchell had a really good day in the run game. So we need this offensive line to play great football on the ground. And it starts with Carter and Hall. Elijah Moore. This is up to Joe Flacco as well, but Elijah Moore, you need to be able to do your thing, baby. Get open down the field, catch the football, create separation for your quarterback. I think Elijah Moore is going to have a big day. I'm predicting 7 catches, 100 yards. I don't know about a touchdown. I would like a touchdown, but we'll see. Elijah Moore needs to be getting the ball consistently throughout the game. He has 7 receptions and 100-yard and a touchdown potential each game. Not saying he's going to get that every game, but Elijah Moore is that talented to be able to get that ball that many times. 10 targets minimum for Elijah Moore. Now, to the defense. Quinnen Williams, baby. Quinnen Williams had a sensational day in week number 1. He didn't really record a stat besides a pass deflection, but he was eating on rookie Tyler Linderbaum in his debut all game long. Now, he's not going up against a rookie anymore, so there's going to be a veteran in front of him, a better offensive line in front of him. So Quinnen Williams has to be able to contain the run and get some interior pass rush, which he was doing all day. I mean, you watch the film, Quinnen Williams was in Lamar's face throughout the entire game. So if Quinnen Williams can do that all over again, and this time maybe get a sack or 2, maybe get a couple quarterback hits, maybe a tackle for loss, that'd be great. Quinnen Williams, you got to be able to stop the run, because if we don't have John Franklin Myers in this contest, Quinnen is going to have to step up his game even more. CJ Mosley. CJ Mosley is the key to this defense in terms of communication, in terms of lining people up, in terms of making sure that we're playing sound fundamental football. He's the quarterback of this defense. He's the captain. If we want to be able to contain the running attack, CJ Mosley needs to be the guy to call out plays. He needs to be able to be the guy that's studying film right now and knows what to expect. Being able to stop Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt when they get into the second level, because that's inevitable. Chubb is going to get past a D lineman. It's up to the linebackers and CJ Mosley, number 1, to pop him. Do not allow, CJ Mosley cannot allow himself and his 2 linebackers, Quan and Quincy, to get blocked in the second level. Because then, without Jordan Whitehead, we're going to have maybe Will Parks or Ashton Davis or someone in the secondary who's going to bring down Nick Chubb. Sauce Gardner's a good tackler. DJ Reed had a big hit that forced a fumble. but we need to be able to have CJ Mosley containing that run and maybe getting into the passing lanes and get a pick. Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is an X factor in this game for sure, because if he can lock down his side of the field, that's going to help out this defense even more. Sauce Gardner's instinct, Sauce Gardner's ability to just play football like it's nothing with the flow is so impressive for a rookie. Rookie corners do not look that good in their debut. They don't. But when you're the 4th overall pick, you're expected to. Both Derek Stingley Jr. and Sauce Gardner balled out in their debuts. Both of those guys are looking great. Now, what impressed me the most about Sauce Gardner is his instincts, his ability to recover. That play against Mark Andrews that saved the touchdown, it was play action. Sauce Gardner got sucked in on that play action, and he recovered beautifully. Turned around, found Mark Andrews streaking over the middle, and put his hands up right where he needed to do to avoid pass interference and got in his face to cause the pass deflection. That is what it's all about. Can Sauce Gardner get his hand on the football? That'd be great. Can he create a turnover? That'd be amazing. So these are my X factors for the game. Obviously, you can bring up other guys. DJ Reed on the other side. The tight ends. Is Conklin and Uzama going to do anything for us? You know, Conklin is the only man that got in the end zone for the Jets, but that was in garbage time. I would like to see the tight ends get involved a little more in this game. I would like to see the Jets not rely so much on the running backs in the pass attack. Let's see Joe Flacco stretch the field. If the check down's there, I'm all for giving Hall and Carter the ball in space. But if Garrett Wilson, if Corey Davis, if Elijah Moore, if Braxton Berrios is open down the field, you don't check it down, Joe Flacco. You throw that football. Enough with the conservative crap. Stretch the field. There was a lot of opportunities that was left on the field for Joe Flacco. Michael Carter and Breece Hall, I love them getting the ball in the passing game. But if that takes away Garrett Wilson being open over the middle for a touchdown, if that takes away Elijah Moore being open for a first down, that's an issue. We need Joe Flacco to keep his head up and scan the football field. Do not allow the pressure to get in your head. Because the problem with Joe Flacco is he needs to learn, which is crazy to me because he's a veteran. He should know this. And you don't need to be super athletic to do this. He needs to learn how to shuffle in the pocket a little bit. We're not asking much. I said this in my video yesterday. Tom Brady is a perfect example. What's the excuse for Tom Brady? There isn't. He's 45 years old. I know he's the GOAT, so it's hard to compare Joe Flacco to Brady. But what I'm trying to say is Tom Brady has a presence to him where he's not mobile. He does not rely on his athleticism at all. He masters the game up here. Tom Brady has a feeling where he feels pressure coming. He shuffles his feet into the pocket where there's some space. Joe Flacco didn't do that. There were so many opportunities for Flacco to shuffle his feet in the pocket, to maneuver around, to give his wide receivers a couple more seconds to create separation. He simply just didn't do that. So I know Joe Flacco's 37. I know he's not mobile. I understand that, but there's still no excuse for him not to be able to shuffle his feet in the pocket and not just check it down every time he feels an ounce of pressure. So that's really what my point is. Guys, we just hit 100 people tuning into the stream. If you guys can do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, we greatly appreciate that. Can we get the 100 likes before the stream's wrapped up? Only 46 likes with 100 people tuning in. So if you did not already, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for your boy. We greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the stream. Also, we went live on the AFC East Roundtable last night. I represent the Jets Nation hard. Moderators, get rid of this guy in the chat. Also, on the AFC East Roundtable, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel because I'm going to be live on that channel tomorrow by myself talking about the AFC East. So if you guys want to be there and support me, it's going to be myself in the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about us Jets, and I'm going to be talking about the Dolphins, Bills, and Patriots, obviously. So if you guys want to go over to the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel, it's linked down below. Subscribe over there. I'll be live on that channel tomorrow in case you want to help me out over there. Richie, Joe never shuffled his feet away from pressure. Ravens fan for 25 years. Okay, Aaron, I guess that's just Joe Flacco. I guess I can't ask him to change his game. So Aaron gives us a good insight of what Joe Flacco was like. in Baltimore. So, I mean, I'm not expecting Flacco to be, turning the clock back into his prime when he was in Baltimore, but can he just somehow not rely on checking down to the running back every time he feels pressure? So, guys, we're going to open this up to a Jets Q&A to finish off this live stream. So, if you guys want to give a question in the chat, Super Chats cut the line and they come first and get priority. If you want to send in a donation to the channel, that's greatly appreciated. If not, just send in some questions in the chat about the game coming up, anything Jets related, and let me know what you guys have to say. Richie, as a Ravens fan, my problem with Joe was lazy and never worked for 1 yard needed. He does feel a little lazy. I feel that. So again, guys, we're opening this up to a Jets Q&A. Any questions regarding the game coming up, let me know. Always got to stay hydrated. Richie, you do a great job on the AFC's roundtable. Good show last night. Master at work having no hope for the Patriots was hilarious. That is hilarious. I cannot believe we have a Patriots fan representing in the roundtable that looks so defeated. If you guys don't know what the AFC's roundtable is, you're missing out. We go live every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I represent the New York Jets. We got 3 other YouTubers representing the Dolphins, Patriots, and Bills, and we go after it. And it's a lot of fun. And we need Jets Nation loud and proud in the chat every Wednesday night. So please make sure that we have Jets fans in the chat every single Wednesday night. Especially tomorrow. Because I don't want to be talking to just Bills and Dolphins and Patriots fans tomorrow when I'm live on that channel by myself at noon. Ness was there as well. I appreciate that. Richie, how you been, man? Been good, bro. Roundtable was awesome last night. Thank you. Roundtable was great. VR asks, if Berrios can break one early and score a touchdown, I think it will spark us. We need a lead. Yeah, I mean, if you're, I'm assuming you're talking about on a punt or a kick. That'd be great. I don't know. I mean, he could break one free even in the offense too. So Berrios is a spark plug. Not a single Pats fan called in. That's hysterical. They're nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, everyone's a Bills fan. It's so frustrating, bro. What up, Richie? Who's winning tonight? I got the Chiefs tonight. What do you guys got tonight? I think everybody is sleeping on the Chiefs. They have been. Everyone's in love with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Everyone's in love with all these teams. People are sleeping on the Chiefs, bro. I really feel like I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. But the Chargers are also a team that's stacked. Justin Herbert looks legit. Their defense is really good. J.C. Jackson could be making his Charger debut. Khalil Mack had 3 sacks. But I do think that the Chiefs are going to win. I think it may come down to one thing. Woody Johnson, James Dolan, drain the swamp, old NY Money. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. Go Rangers. Yeah, this guy wants the Jets to sell the team. Can't blame him on that one. Is it me or is there all of a sudden a billion Bills fans? That's what happens. When you become a powerhouse, the bandwagons come out. It's true. Mo Dean, I was at the Jets roundtable and even said good things about the Jets. All lies, but still. Mo Dean, I appreciate you lying to give the Jets some positive energy in the chat and in the AFC's roundtable. That means a lot, bro. Always appreciate you. If O-line holds up and defense plays the run the same way they did last week, there should be no reason why the Browns are not dog food for us. I love that. If the O-line holds up and the defense plays the run the same way they did, yeah, I think the offensive line is going to be a big reason for the success in this game. Where do these bots come from, bro? Like, how do you find me? Get away. Thank you, Ness, for getting that guy out of here. I hate these bots. But you're right, bro. If the offensive line can hold up, I like our chances. 100%. Youth got Everett for a touchdown plus 225. That's good odds. U Stadium posted last night the smallest rumor about Woody selling. Thoughts? Insight? Yeah, I did see that. I mean, it's Mike Francesca. I don't know how many sources. I don't know if I'm going to be able to speak on that with confidence. I don't know. Woody if Woody sells a team, bro, Gary Vee better get ready because this is his chance. He doesn't have the money yet, but I don't know. He's going to have to get some investing involved. Richie, I'm pulling for Jets versus Browns. Browns are weak in interior line, but strong on outside. That means you can neutralize Garrett and plan for Clowney. Aggression. Ravens do it regularly. So Aaron is a Ravens fan tuning into the show, and he has a good take here saying that the Browns are weak in their interior line, but strong on the outside. That means you can neutralize Garrett and plan for Clowney aggression. So basically, we need to run the football up the middle. That's what this tells me. And the offensive line needs to step up interior. Lincoln Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, AVT. This is your time, baby. So that also means that Joe Flacco that gives me more confidence with Joe Flacco, honestly, because Flacco struggles the most when there's interior pressure. Any immobile quarterback struggles when there's interior pressure because that's when you can't do anything. But when there's pressure from the edge, veteran quarterbacks can just step up into the pocket if the interior line is doing their job, and that creates a nice traditional pocket. Even if Garrett's screaming across the edge, if Flacco steps up and quickly gets rid of the football, you never know. So I do like this take from Aaron. He obviously knows the Browns very well by being in the same division. Gary Vee said he wants to make the 7th round pick turn me off to him owning the team. He said he wants to take, what do you mean? Like choose the 7th round pick instead of the GM? Off subject, but why are the Chiefs flying under the radar? No one picking them tonight. Mahomes still that man. He proved it week 1. Facts, bro. Everyone's sleeping on the Chiefs, and I am not sleeping on them. Even in the AFC's roundtable, all the Dolphin, like TD and Dan, they're like, Mahomes is trash. The Chiefs are overrated. I'm like, you guys kidding me, bro? Mahomes is better than Josh Allen, in my opinion. I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Yo, I believe Whitehead's practicing. Is that true, Ness? Because that's big, big news. Did they come out with a practice report yet? Probably not. That comes out later. I'm checking Twitter now. Oh, he is practicing. Wow. Okay. So that's really good news, as my Wi-Fi seems to be lagging. But we have some really good news, guys. Jordan Whitehead is on the practice field, which is a very, very good sign. He was out of practice yesterday with an ankle injury. Robert Saleh said he's going to be questionable. He's going to be week to week. So the fact that he's practicing is a extremely good sign that he could be playing in week number 2. And another thing that we haven't even talked about yet on this entire stream, Zach Wilson's practicing. Zach Wilson's out there looking pretty good. He doesn't look like he's got any limitations on that knee. Now, I don't want him to play against the Browns, but I don't see why he can't play against the Bengals week number 3. Unless the Jets really want to be cautious and make sure he's ready to go. But, I mean, Saleh said the earliest is week 4, but he doesn't want to rule anything out. But let's see Zach Wilson out there, baby. But it's really good sign to see Jordan Whitehead out there at practice because, listen, I know Jordan Whitehead struggled in coverage in week number 1. But Jordan Whitehead is a big factor to the run defense of this team. And us going up against Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and that running attack, we need Whitehead out there for that exact reason. To lay the boom. To be that guy that could be that box safety to absolutely destroy Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. He also provides a spark of energy. I love when I watch Jordan Whitehead in film. He gives you a sense of swagger. Like, he makes a hit. He's energized. He gives you that type of energy that this defense needs. This defense needs Whitehead, especially against a team that is really good against the run. That is really good at running the football, offensively speaking. So the fact that he's practicing is good news because, once again, he struggled in coverage. I understand that. But he's way too talented of a safety, way too good of a player, and way too important to this defense in the running attack that we need him on the field so much. And if you cannot see that, then I don't know what to tell you. So that's good news. Hopefully he's going to be playing. Thank you, Ness, for breaking the news, my man. Didn't see that, obviously, because I've been live. So, guys, just so you guys know, if you're just tuning into the show, we are doing a Jets Q&A segment right now. Super chats, cut the line. You guys get priority if you want to send in a donation to the channel. If not, just send in a comment in the live stream, and I'll try to get to as many as I can based on any questions you guys have in the chat, and I'll get to as many as I possibly can. I got a smile on my face because I do love seeing Zach Wilson on the field practicing. Because I want this man out there. We need Whitehead for the run. I thought that was a question. Yes, we do, Adam. We do need Whitehead for the run. Whitehead and Parks better than Joyner. Yeah. Joyner in his first full game with the Jets did not have a good day. Let's just say that nicely. Can the Jets leave Joyner at MetLife parking lot? Richie, you have the best intro of all Jets YouTubers. Live reactions are always the best and honest. Go Jets. Hey, RKO, I appreciate that, but I also forgot to tell you guys, we're back with the live reaction on Sunday, and I cannot wait. We didn't have a live reaction on the opener because I was at the game. But this Sunday will be the first episode where I'll be doing my live play-by-play reaction. So make sure you guys come by. And if you want to watch the football game with me, I'll be there. I'll be live for the game. We can celebrate together or we can cry together on Sunday. I'll be live for the entire game. I've been doing it for 2 years now. We're entering year number 3 of Jets Media going live for games. I'll be live for every single Jets game this year besides 2 of them. The Ravens game that already happened and week 5 against the Dolphins. So come on in and say what up. And let's react to the game together. Let's get a W. I appreciate that, RKO. Clone Sauce and put Sauce 2 at safety. That's hysterical, Adam. This is a great comment. Was Zach doing a full practice today or limited? I'm assuming limited, but we did hear from LaFleur that he did 7-on-7s yesterday. Doesn't seem too limited to me. Just saying. I really think we can win this weekend. Me too. Those genuine reactions are awesome. Bro, my genuine reactions are they're a little over the top. Okay, I can admit that. You know that Dolphins fans like are roasting me because there's a clip of me during the draft when we drafted Sauce Gardner. My genuine reaction was, "What up, Tyreek Hill? You got nothing on us." And I just like look like an idiot basically. And the Dolphins fans clipped that, put it on Twitter, and it went viral on Twitter. And all Miami fans are like cringing at me and they think I'm whack. So all I'm going to say is if the Jets actually lock down Tyreek Hill somehow, I'm coming back after all of them. But that's what happens when you have a camera on me and I forget I'm live to hundreds of people. Because like that's how I feel. And I'm broadcasting to hundreds of people, thousands of people. And sometimes it bites me in the ass, but whatever. You win some and you lose some. Should Herbig play over Tomlinson if Lincoln sinks again? No. We are paying Tomlinson way too much money to bench him. This man was a Pro Bowler last year. You do not bench him after 2 games. So if Lincoln Tomlinson struggles again on Sunday, that's a concern. But that man's a Pro Bowler. You don't bench him. That's not someone you bench. If there's someone to bench, it's Connor McGovern. You feel me? Like, this man is a Pro Bowler. Oh, I'm taking receipts, Johnny. I'm like Salah. Representing. Hell yeah, man. Would love to see Sauce pick off the pass to Hill and Sauce gives Hill the peace sign. Oh my God, RKO. If that happens, I'm going to be there week 5 to see that live. Dolphins fans really think they win the Super Bowl because they have Tyreek. Yeah, they are winning the Super Bowl. Obviously. Where'd I get this hat from? I got this hat off the Jets website. We have receipts from the PSLs. Can we bring them to Flowen Park? Hell yeah. Bro, I really can't wait to be there for all the stuff week 5, man. So excited for Jets media game. Hell yeah, me too. Guys, if you want tickets to the Jets media game, I still have some available. It's week 5 against the Miami Dolphins. I have like 90 subscribers coming. And a bunch of my friends that's coming from my own friends. We have a tailgate. And if you guys want tickets, you just DM me or email me and let me know because I have some available, limited available. But if you're interested, Jets Dolphins, we got a bunch of people coming to the game, all sitting near each other, same section 104 on the field level. Ness will be there. Hennessy will be there. So Hennessy, the tailgate, I'm collaborating with the tailgating company called oh my God, Ticket Bash. Ticket Bash throws a tailgate party every week for the Jets, and I'm collaborating with them. So it's basically you pay them a ticket, and they provide you open bar, food, live DJ, whole experience. So I don't know if you knew that already, but so that's really the tailgate, and we're all going to be there, part of that tailgate, partying together before the game. Everyone that's part of the Jets Media Day. Even if you're not sitting at the Jets Media Day, you can still come to that tailgate if you want. I can send you the link, Hennessy. I think I sent out the link to the tickets for this. So if you want to go to the tailgate week 5 with everyone at Jets Media Day, click on the link that I emailed you probably. My man Gino Italy Jets in the chat. What's up, my friend? Let's get back on track this Sunday. Jet up. Hell yeah, man. It was great meeting you at the opener, Gino. I really hope that the Jets can get back on track, baby. That's all I'm going to say. I appreciate it. Hey, Richie, do I have to provide proof of vax to get tickets? No, you do not, Jersey Dolphins. You do not have to prove cause of vac. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Normally do my own thing. I'll park nearby then. Hell yeah, Hennessy. I'm excited to see you week 5, brother. Uh-oh, we got a Dolphins fan in the chat. Y'all not beating us week 5. Uh-oh. Yeah, we are. How about that? My guy Mutfield's in the chat. What's good, brother? Jets Ferreira says this fan base needs to expect to win every week if we want to win. Be positive. Oh, we're winning this week, baby. We're winning this week. Guys, can we get to the goal of 100 likes on this video? 100. Let's see it happen. 100 likes. Also, if you guys are not aware, some of you are aware because I've plugged it before. I have another YouTube channel that's an NFL channel called Touchdown Kingdom, and where I make a video every week of my weekly predictions. And you guys will like my prediction and my preview for the Jets-Browns game. So that's down below in the description if you want to click on that link, Touchdown Kingdom, and watch that video. You'll like to see what I have to say about the Jets and Browns game. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Richie, the best trash talker in the league. Thanks. Knicks get a championship before the Jets from Jesse. Now, I hope this means that this is like going to happen sooner rather than later, because as a Knicks fan, I wouldn't be upset, but I do want the Jets to win a Super Bowl, obviously. But if you're telling me like 10 years from now the Knicks are going to win, and that means the Jets haven't won by then I'll be like, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know about that. Love the whiteouts, but non-scare the defenses right now. Our wideouts, you mean, Daniel? This is a transitional year for the Jets. The preseason does not help developing teams like the Jets because the starters rarely play. Jets fans need to give Robert Saleh as much support as possible. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I strongly believe a big reason why the Jets have had a problem at the coaching position and quarterback and just in general New York media is we live in a world where New York in the market, we're tough and there's no patience. And I get that. I understand that Jets fans have been suffering forever and they don't want to be patient. But at the same time, if you just are toxic and you just don't support your own team and you just don't support your head coach when they're down and you try to give them positive energy to lift them up instead of negative energy, you ever think that it gets to the team and the booze gets heard and it just doesn't feel right? Like, I don't know. I guess that's just a different perspective I have. I don't want to get into that whole conversation because it gets toxic, but I agree that we need to be supporting Robert Saleh, not shitting on him. You got to get behind the team. You got to be. We're fans of this franchise. We're the ones that support and pump the positive energy or the negative energy. It's up to us. It's up to the team to be the ones to win the football games, but it's up to us to be the ones that can, support this franchise. Now, if we go out there and we lay an egg every single week and we win 4 games, then yes. I'm not saying that you should be doing what I'm saying. But it's early in the season. And I don't mind what Saleh had to say. Like, the negative stuff that this fan base is giving Saleh so early just doesn't make sense to me. Really doesn't. Bro, like, Robert Saleh is taking receipts of everybody mocking the Jets. And people twisted that into saying that he's taking receipts of the fan base and the media. It's not what he was saying. He's not taking a shot at us. He loves us. He's defending and backing his team. He's instilling confidence in his team. Why don't people get that? People are turning this and twisting his words into something. We got Mike Greenberg on radio saying, "How dare you say that as a fan? Talk about that as a fan." Like, are you joking me, bro? He's not talking about you. He's not making it personal. He's taking the receipts of everybody mocking the Jets, because what that does is it proves that he genuinely believes that his players and this organization is doing what they can and they have everything that they possibly can to turn this franchise around. He genuinely believes in it. First thing to turn a franchise around is believing it. If you do not believe in it happening, guess what? It's never going to happen. If you have a head coach that's just like, wow, we are the same old Jets. I'm just going to get back to the film room and see what happened. You know who that sounds like? Adam Gase. Do you want Robert Saleh sounding like Adam Gase? I don't. I want a head coach that has energy. I want to have a head coach that defends our team. I want to have a head coach that has so much confidence in his guys that he's putting his job on the line by putting his name out there saying, I'm taking receipts of everybody mocking the Jets. Now, the negative to that is, yes, if they put a product on the field and they look like crap again, then it's going to be a stigma. Robert, it's going to be the front page of all the newspapers because we are living in the world of the New York media market where we have NY Post putting this front page, that. They care about clicks. They care about negative. They feed off of negativity. They love negative stuff. They love it. So I give Saleh credit. That shows heart. That shows he has confidence in his team. Because Robert Saleh is an intelligent man. He knows what he's doing. He's not just saying things out of his mouth. Robert Saleh knows what he's saying. He has an intent when saying that. When he says it, he knows his players are listening. And when his players are watching their head coach, have that much confidence in them, that's going to spark something. Now, the one issue that we have with this franchise right now, and it's not going to be an issue all season. It's going to change very soon. But we don't know the state of this team until Zach Wilson is on the field. That's my point. It's really hard to assess this franchise with Zach Wilson not playing. Zach Wilson's everything. Without Zach Wilson playing, we don't know the state of this team. So please do not point your fingers and be a reactive fan saying fire Robert Saleh right now because he can't win with the backup quarterback yet. Allow him to have a full season. Allow him to deal with the adversity. Allow him to make the proper adjustments. Because I tell you this, Robert Saleh is a defensive-minded coach, and it's a small sample size. It's just 1 week, but his defense showed up, and his scheme was perfect against Lamar Jackson. Now, he definitely had some miscues, but a lot of those points was set up by the shitty offense. Joe Flacco interception, we stopped them. 3 points. A lot of miscues, but their game plan to contain Lamar Jackson was impressive. And that's going to translate the rest of the season. So, please, back your head coach. Don't turn on him so quickly. What's that going to do for you? What's that doing for you as a Jets fan to turn on the head coach so early? We all want Saleh to turn it around. I'm not saying that I think Saleh is going to be the guy 100%. He still has to prove me. I'm not. Same with Zach Wilson. I learned my lesson. I'm not crowning Zach Wilson as the franchise quarterback until he proves it. I'm not crowning Robert Saleh as the future of this franchise until he proves it. But that does not mean that you should be so quick to spread negative stuff around them so fast, especially if you're a Jets fan. If you're a Jets fan, bro, that's the last thing we should be doing. We're better as a fan base. We're not these toxic fans out there. So the thing that Saleh needs to understand is when you do talk like that, though, because he does talk, you got to be able to back it up. And he's putting on his players, he's putting it on his team, he's putting it on his franchise to be able to back up his words. Because guess what? If this team does turn it around and they do start winning football games, then everyone's going to be like, okay, Saleh was up to something. And all the people that hated it at first are going to be like, oh, it's exactly what Saleh was saying. Don't jump back on the bandwagon when we turn the ship around. That's what he's saying. Now, it's a dangerous statement. You're treading on water there, Saleh, because you are setting yourself up for if you do shit the bed, you're gone. It's that simple. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody that's throwing shade at Robert Saleh in a negative light and shitting on our coach right now to when we start winning football games saying like, oh yeah, he was right. You know, I didn't really have a lot to say about this because I didn't make a designated video about it. I don't want to make a stream about it. But since we're on the topic, I had to go on my little rant. You guys like when I get riled up? I'm sure you do. There you go. You got Richie riled up today. You happy? Are you happy or what? Guys, if you did not hit the thumbs up button, I don't know what you're doing. I want 100 likes before the stream's all wrapped up. Is that too much to ask for? 79 likes, 111 people watching. Smash that like button for your boy. Let's go. 80 likes. Mupfields, you're not doing shit on me in fantasy this week. I'm the number 1 seed, baby. Totally agree with you, Richie. Saleh knows what he has in this young team. Let's just give him some time. I agree. I'm hyped for week 2 now. Let's get in this win column. I sure hope so, bro. I sure hope so. Jets fan base is full of bratty, emotional men that need to learn to relax. That's pretty true. Rex said the same damn thing at first, and the Jets made the AFC title game in a year. Yeah, I mean, Rex Ryan definitely was a phenomenal coach for us for those 2 years. He put it on himself, which I think is a good leadership trait. Facts, Seth. This is what I'm saying. Saleh has so much confidence, and he genuinely believes in his team enough to say that. If he did not actually think that this Jets team has what it takes to win right now, then he wouldn't have said it. Jets fans are cynical for good reason. Promises. Now, this is also true. Jets fans are used to disappointment. We've become accustomed to losing. We've become accustomed to hearing all the hype. And then when it matters the most on the field, we get disappointed. So I do understand that point of view as well. Solid needs to get on the field and get a sack. How about that? Richie, you think the Raiders or Broncos can win the Super Bowl this year? I don't know, man. Broncos kind of look like... How about Geno? My guy, Geno Smith. I don't think either of them are going to win the Super Bowl. If one of them does, it's the Broncos. When it's a roundtable, Richie, I want to come at these Bills fans who haven't been in the AFC Championship game and think they're the best thing since sliced bread. So the roundtable, if you click the link in the description, my man, that's the channel. It's on a separate YouTube channel. And it's live every single Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for 2 hours. 7:30 to 9:30, 2 hours. Hit the notification bell on that channel so you get notified so you don't forget. And also, you have an opportunity to come on the show for a live Q&A segment if you want to join our Patreon, which is $10. And you can come on and talk your smack. We have some Jets fans represented. I love it. We have Mutfields in the chat who showed up last night. I don't know if he's in here, but I think his name's Jacob or Jimmy. He came out there in the roundtable last night. It was as a Jets fan talking his shit. I loved it. Love it. We need more Jets fans in that chat because I'm telling you guys, there's a little too many Dolphins fans in the AFC's roundtable for me. See? There's one right here. They're everywhere. Dolphins fans are everywhere. Now, I love the Dolphins fans because they show a lot of love on Jets media. I have nothing against Dolphins fans. But my point is, we need more Jets fans in the roundtable to balance it out a little bit. Because I see way too many Finns fans in there. Way too many. Say less, bro. I'll see you next week, my man. Also, I'll be live on that channel tomorrow at noon by myself to talk about the state of the AFC East. So if you want to support there, I'd prefer to be talking to my Jets fans in the chat rather than all Dolphins and Bills and Patriots guys. Even though Patriots fans do not show up at all, which I love. It's all basically, it's like goes Dolphins number 1 in terms of how many fans represent. I would say Bills 2nd, Jets 3rd, Patriots 4th. And that's probably how the division's going to finish this year, if I had to guess. Let me lead them in, Richie. Jets fans, stand up right now. When I'm there, I feel like I'm on a Dolphins podcast. Need some of us to come with me to talk our shit on them, especially after we beat the Browns. Hell yeah, bro. We need more Jets fans. I'm going to start going live before the roundtable so, like, I can get Jets fans in my stream and just bring them to the other stream. Like, yo, we need Jets fans. Like, I don't know if it's a thing that's not aware of it, but this is getting big. The roundtable is getting huge. This is the 3rd year of it, and we need people to represent. So, yeah. 89 likes. Let's go, baby. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. A couple more minutes on this Jets Q&A. Super Chats cut the lead. And then your boy needs some lunch. My friend Nick, who's a Jets fan, he was in this chat like yesterday or something. He's so funny. My Nick just says, yo, fuck all these fake-ass Jets fans wishing Jamal Adams a healthy recovery. Like, no, that's what you get for being a scumbag. That's karma. Excuse the language, but that was Nick's words. I'm sure some of you guys will like that. Oh, he's funny. Miami fans are hilarious. They think it's the sun that makes them forget they have Tua. Facts. Facts, Hennessy. I don't agree with what he said there. He's talking about me, but I would wish Jamal a healthy recovery. I'm too nice, I guess. Too nice of a person. Yeah, Richie, I felt like Master had it out for me last night, yet he lost too. Master he loves getting into heated debates about the Jets. I don't really have a lot of crazy takes for him to shit on me. So that's why you come in and you say what you need to do. It's a good balance. Matt with the great $2 donation, a great member on the channel. Thank you, bro. What up, Richie? Let's get this dub. Hell yeah, Matt. Hell to the yeah. I appreciate this donation, my man. And I appreciate your generous relationship to Jets media. So I just seen the tweet now. Jamal Adams suffered a season-ending injury to report. Wow. That's honestly crazy, bro. I feel bad for Jamal, not gonna lie. Damn. Look at Zach Wilson out there at practice, though. That's what I'm looking at. Give me Zach Wilson. Oh my God, we're 5 likes away from 100. It's ridiculous. PCR, yo, my bad. I forgot about the roundtable. I gotta show up. Hell yeah, we need you to show up. There we go, Matt. Spam those Quinton Williams emojis. If you guys want to become a member on the channel, you guys get some unique emojis like Matt does. I gotta update those emojis. Euphoria, MG, I can't Richie stream are made for this talk. Hell yeah. You guys can banter in the chat. It's all good. Richie, you think Trevor Lawrence could be better than Pat Mahomes? Is this a real question? I can't tell if this is like a joke. Is this a shot at Trevor Lawrence, or is this like something you think he's that good? I cannot tell. The answer is no. Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Sorry, Bills fans. I still got Mahomes over Josh Allen. Mahomes has done more. What are the better odds? Jets going 2-2 into week 5 or meeting someone who's actually from Trenton, New Jersey? I've never met someone from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm not from Jersey, so hopefully the Jets going 2-2. Jets Forever thinks Trevor Lawrence is no superstar. For a second, I thought you said he is a superstar. I was like, what? Can we talk about ABT's performance? I know he gave up 6 pressures, but he had the highest run blocking grade of any offensive lineman. He was a beast, Matt. In the film breakdown that I did, he was the one that was popping off the tape the most. The whole O-line struggled in pass protection, but he definitely was a monster in the run game. Love to see that. Hey, we have over 100 likes. Let's go. We appreciate you guys. Max Mitchell better step up. Max Mitchell had a really good game as a rookie, man. Not going to lie. Trevor Lawrence just does not have enough talent like Mahomes does. Yeah, facts. We found Jets Forever's burner account. Talking Jets with Matt is also Jets Forever. We found Jets Forever's burner. AVT and Mitchell was repping that right side. Yes, VR, they were. Lincoln Tomlinson will bounce back. No question. Better believe it. He's way too talented, bro, to not bounce back. He's a Pro Bowler. I don't expect that to continue because the Ravens have very good interior offensive linemen. I caught Jets Forever. You got a burner account. Richie is my QB. I see that it in you, Richie. See, this is what I'm talking about. Try's my guy. Do I have to show off my form? I was practicing some drills last night, actually. Should I go get some film of me throwing the ball around? Because your boys can sling it. Not really. You know what position I was when I played, and what position I would be if I played and my body was actually bigger than what it is? I'd be a defensive back. Love defense. I'd be a safety, or I'll be a nickel back or corner. But that's the position I was. I got that defense instincts, baby. I also size anybody up in basketball, so hit me up. Let's see it. Let's do some flag football. Jets Media Flag Football League. I'll lock anybody down. Come on. Let's see it. Come on, baby. Press coverage. You're done. Richie, the quarterback. TD, the O-line. Dan, the wide receiver. Master at work to Waterboy. Oh, my God. Modine, always appreciate your love. This is my favorite guy in the chat, always. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope your life is happy. And I'm sending positive vibes your way, Modine. Always. I always hope that you have a smile on your face through your screen as I'm reading your comment, and you're a happy person. Bro. Yeah, imagine I could throw the pitch and that'd be sick. I mean, listen, in baseball, if you want to talk about my baseball skills, I'll be honest with you guys. I got the nice glove, but I got the crap arm. No accurate arm but throwing the baseball all throughout my life. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to sound like I'm a freak out there. I can make the nice plays at short, but sometimes the throws are a little over the head here and there. I'm exposing myself. I don't care. Any more details on Whitehead's injury? So we're going to find out if he was limited to practice today or a full participant, but he practiced today. So that is a very positive sign about Jordan Whitehead. 100%. Nick's Media is going to be lit this season. Hell yeah. I'm excited to start making content again on there. For sure. I missed the Knicks. DJ Reed was MVP of week 1. No question. Hell yeah, Seth. He balled out. Hope Whitehead is good. Looks like he's good, man. Hopefully Garrett Wilson plays more than Corey Davis this week. He's the most talented wide receiver the Jets got. I don't think he's going to play more than Corey Davis, but I do think Garrett Wilson's going to play a lot. Just based on snap count and usage rate. Now everyone's talking crap thinking that I can't ball. Okay. I'm not the greatest basketball player in the world, but I'll lock you down on defense. Defense is my thing, baby. What's Prize Picks? So Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where it's all about player prop bets. And if you use my code JetsMedia, they match 100% of your deposit up to $100. So we went over it already, but just since somebody asked, this is what Prize Picks looks like. You get to choose any of these players with their projections. You know, you get to choose more or less of their projected totals. And if all 5 of these hit, you put $100 to win $1,000. You can bet $25 to win $250. And it's a fun app, man. If you're into player prop bets, this is the one you want to do. Because also, if you do miss out on a play and one of these does not hit, you still win double your money. And if you want to use my code down below in the description, feel free to do so. To use my promo code. Matthew with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate the generous donation on the channel, man. It goes a long way, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to Matthew, N19 in the chat. Appreciate you, Matthew. So we're probably going to wrap up the stream here soon. We got a lot of things to talk about. on the horizon. A big game on Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. I hope you guys enjoyed my flight preview of this thing. If you guys did not already, make sure you download the PrizePicks app using my code JetsMedia. That would mean a lot to the channel, of course. And also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's going to wrap up this stream. Matthew, thank you for the donation. I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the show. That means a lot, guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, baby. Let's go. Love the content, Richie, and I'm a Bills fan. That's sick. I appreciate you. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that, of course. If the Jets don't beat themselves, Ravens could have been a lot different. Yes, Daniel, the Jets beat themselves big time. So thank you all for staying tuned throughout all my live streams. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate you guys. Smash that like button on your way out. Peace out. Let's go.